Hello, I just took the GED or HiSET. That ruined that. Hello world, I just took the HiSET test and I got finished with it, my last sub-test, a little over an hour ago. Before I took the test, I wanted to learn about it a little bit, just to see how it was, so I didn't really find much. I probably didn't look hard enough, honestly, but I just want to do a little review. So, it's broken into 5 subtests. My scores haven't all come in yet. I don't know if you can see there. Oh crap, I kind of messed that up. But I scored 18 in social studies and science. That has come in so far. Right when I was done with all the subtests, like the second I finished them, it told me what my score was for that one. So I already know. For math, I scored a 13, not good. I didn't study for it, but I passed, so that's all that really matters. For language arts reading, I scored a 20. That was like an hour ago or so. Pretty hyped about that because that was the one that I was trying to score a 20 on. Honestly, for the others, I didn't try. Like, even for the writing, I just knew I was gonna pass, like, without really trying, so I didn't try. That's not a very good thing, but, you know, I as you see, I got the 18 in science and social studies. At that point, I knew I was good, like, just with that difficulty that it was at. So I'll just do, like, a quick review of each subtest. There's math, science, social studies, and both of language arts. So starting with math, it wasn't easy for me because I didn't really study. Like I said, I didn't study at all, and I kind of just winged it. Like, the only studying that I really did was, like, the test was at 10 a.m. and I woke up at 9 a.m. and, like, spent 45 minutes on YouTube trying to figure out and relearn how to simplify equations in algebra. So, you know, I should have studied more. I just kind of winged it. And the YouTube video that I was watching literally said, don't go through this test. It was for GED, not HiSET. Don't go through this thinking or hoping. And that's what I was doing. I was hoping. I was like, I hope I'll pass. I think I will. They said, like, study so you don't have to hope. I didn't really study. And I don't advocate for not studying. It's just what I did not do, I should say. And it worked out, I guess. It gets kind of bad. I walk around because it's too awkward to sit there and just look at a camera. I'm not good at that, but so math, it's algebra, mostly geometry. There was some of that in there. One thing that I figure, like, nobody knows this that takes the test, the HiSET test, is they actually give you formulas for, like, finding the areas of, you know, a pyramid or triangles or rectangles, all that. Not a pyramid, that's one thing that I had to kind of figure out on the fly, but that saved me, I think, probably like 3 or 4 questions, because that was there and it was not something that I've looked at in 10 years, so I didn't know it. But I don't think that, like, they don't tell you that they have that anywhere. They just don't. All it is like, in the top right corner, there's a little button that says help. And when you see that, you think it's gonna call an IT or something, but you click that and then there's like 6 or 7 tabs along the top of the page, and it is on, like, the very last one, and it's just formulas for different formulas, for finding areas and volumes and all that, which helps a lot. And the last thing is, for mathematics, the calculator they provide you is like a very basic mathematics calculator, just addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. It's not like the legit one that you can bring in when you're taking the test in location. So yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I did all this online, not in location, so you don't get a legit calculator. So good luck with algebra. If you don't know algebra, I wasn't prepared, but I passed 13. Wish I had scored higher, would have been cool. For science, it was mostly natural science from what I remember. I think I can actually pull it up here. I have to log in, but yeah, it was natural science. It was mostly just reading charts, and then it'll ask a question about the chart. There's like a chart and then 4 paragraphs or like 3 paragraphs and then a question, and you can just read the question and then look at the chart and answer the question. You don't have to read like all this stuff. I mean, you can if you want. Basically what I did was just like, I did very little reading, to be honest. I know it sounds dumb, but I mean, I scored an 18 and I didn't really read any of it. I feel like it can even confuse you. It's just like, if you see a chart and then a question about the chart, why would you want to spend all that time reading when you can just look at the chart? And that's what tests are. I mean, they just try and confuse you to see if you're gonna score the right one. Like, they'll put multiple answers that look like they're correct right next to each other and then ask you to pick one of them. So you just have to be sure that you understand the information, understand the question, and that's really what all of science, social studies, and writing is. It's just looking at the information, and then they ask a question about it, and then you just answer. You have to just be sure that you understand what you just read or what you just looked at, the chart, whatever. And for math, like the easiest, I already talked about math, but I just want to go back. The easiest thing for me for math was like the word problems. That's probably what helped me score a 13 instead of like an 8 and barely pass, but I scored a 13, so I already said that like 5 times. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, I mean, I know I'm gonna pass. The one thing that I didn't talk about is the essay. So, the essay, they score it, I think 2 through 6, I believe. 1 through 6. And you have to score 2 to pass. I think that's what it is. I might be wrong, maybe you have to score 3, but either way, it was simple. I mean, I didn't try and score a 6. Like, if you want to, you can try and score a 6 and just approach it like a professional article or document or whatever that you have to write. The thing is, the subject that they had me write about was whether or not companies should allow their employees to bring dogs to work. And it was just a clear, obvious no for me for that one, and it didn't seem like something I could approach professionally. I mean, I guess I could have, but it's like, no, your dog is gonna poop on the carpet. Like, why do I want to write about that professionally in a professional... Okay, don't get me wrong. I didn't write, like, no, they shouldn't be able to bring their dogs because they will poop on the carpet. I wasn't like that. I did write professionally, but I didn't, like, write like a moron, but I just didn't approach it like I was writing some big article. So you have to write professionally, you have to write seriously. If you mess around, you're gonna get a low score and fail that, but it's really not hard. Like, just check the example essays. I'll leave a link to those in the description just so you can look it up and see what you should write. But it's simple. You can do it if you just read the information and just convey it down from a perspective of just your viewpoint, because they want to know, they want to see it from your perspective. You know, I've seen essays where they want you to be unbiased and just convey information, but this is not one of them. They want you to make your point about whatever the document, or whatever the topic, I should say, is. So, yep, good luck. Manner. dogs pooping, chewing things up, or people having allergies, or the dog biting someone. I mean, so yeah, I didn't try to score high. I probably scored like a 4 or 5 as opposed to a 6. I put like 4 paragraphs, and there's like a lot of, there's not a lot, there's some reference material that you can look at for the essay, and it explains the different scores and a few like example essays that you can look at for each score. So yeah, and I'm just looking over here at the screen a lot because I'm like just reviewing the different subtests. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, just be sure to ask in the comments. I will definitely look at the comments and answer anything that I can. Like straight up, if you look at this video in 4 years and have a question, as long as I'm not dead or whatever, if I'm alive in 4 years or however long, I will answer to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I'm not a genius, but you know, I'm taking the same test you are. It's just my experience, so in taking it. So yeah, it takes like 6 days, I think, for all this to be finalized, for all of this score sheet to be filled out right here. I don't really know if you can see this. I'm hoping that you can, but so maybe I'll do a review in or an update in 6 days, but I don't know. I've said probably not as much as I wanted to say, but I've been talking for 10 minutes or 11, so probably leave it at this. But yeah, I'll do my best to answer any questions. And yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day.